We're about to take a look at my favorite 6 sets of wire strippers, you guys. If you haven't seen the video, I just did one on all 19, but I narrowed it down to my top 6 because I wanted to show you guys what I love the most and what I love about it, what I use it for, because I use all of these very frequently. So we're about to do a limited time merch drop. So go head over to our Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. Go follow us over there. Get connected with us on the gram. It's the best way to get connected with me. It is by far the best way to really get connected with us. So go ahead over there, give us a follow, get ready for that announcement because it's going to be incredibly limited and incredibly cool, I think. I like it. And subscribe for more videos like this. Let's go ahead and hop into it. All right, so we've got some special use stuff here and we've got some general pliers. So we'll go ahead and start with the special use stuff because they are pretty cool. So these are the Klein Catapults. So if you can see right here, there are special holes. They are all sized out accordingly. And it does some pretty good sizes of wire there, but you can see the different sizes of wires. So when it closes, the side apart from the side with the holes clamps down, so it actually pulls the wires apart. So that is pretty fantastic. There's a little cutter here in the middle, so if you stick the wire through there, you can shorten it. I like these for doing old lights where the lights are hot, where the wires have gotten too warm and they don't want to pull apart with the regular wire strippers. Okay, that's the main reason why I like these. They aren't super ergonomic and super useful for quick stuff. So we'll go ahead and do a little example here. So I've got my wire, we'll just stick it in there. So this is 12 solid, so we just stick it in there, squeeze, and it pops it off. Nice and automated. If you're doing a ton of stuff repetitively and you want to use these, it's great. Or like I said, if you're doing ballast, changing out ballast, changing it over to LEDs, these are the thing. If you're retrofitting fixtures, I love these because those wires just don't like to strip with regular wire strippers. Okay, first special use, Klein Catapult. These things are an absolute beast. Next, we're gonna go with this wire stripper here from Knipex. It's considered a dismantling tool, but it's for larger cables. And so basically you push that up, stick your wire in there, and then it rotates and spins. There's a little blade inside of there. You can change the depth with this little black thing in the back. You turn it right to push it out, turn it left to pull it in. If you can change the level of how deep you want your blade to cut into your wire. So just put it in there, rotate it around, and then we just rip it out. See it open up right there. Boom. And it's easy just like that. This is one of my favorite sets because I also use this on SO cable, which is fantastic, right, for that. That was so quick, so easy, and I get to keep this in my bag. It's got a couple different uses. It's super light, super easy to use. I love this little dismantling tool, and it's, like I said, SO cord is one of the best things that I love using this for, but also large cables and stuff like that. Obviously, they have electric strippers for that. You can use your Milwaukee, all that other stuff, but this thing here is just so easy, so cheap, and it's so much easier than using a knife. Next, for our unique wire strippers, these are the Knipex Strix, whatever you want to call them, Strix, Knipex, Knipex. We love these here because there's a couple reasons, all right? Let me show you how they work real quick. So they have this little jaw here at the end that is the wire stripper. It's got a cutter on it as well. The cutters are amazing. They're shears. You guys know, if you've seen anything about this channel, that I love Knipex's shears. So you just put the wire in there and you turn it and then you pull it off. Boom, and it strips super easily, super well. Thing I like about these, with traditional wire strippers, if you're in a panel or if the wires are very short, you have to pull away. And sometimes you don't have room if the wires are super short in houses, because electricians used to play this game where they were like, how short can we get our wires? And so I don't like that game. But sometimes you have to play because it's like changes, you know, from changing an outlet, it goes from being like, you know, a couple $100s to change whatever to being like thousands because you have to rerun wire because electricians used to like literally, I mean, it was a game. It had to be, right? Why is it like that everywhere? So with traditional strippers, you go out. With these, you get to pull away. So if you have less room, if the wires are short, especially if stuff's on or if you're in a panel, these are amazing for that. They do have a screw for you to set the distance. I don't like to use it. It's just a safety guide. That way you're not really damaging any of the copper. But I like to kind of go off of feel. I'm a little bit of a rebel, and it is what it is. The handles are super ergonomic. I love Knipex's insulated handles. They are super ergonomic. They're VDE. They're 1,000 volt insulated. You can get them insulated or not. Same price, so why not? It's also chrome finish here. These are a very unique set of wire strippers, though. They are very common in other countries, but not as much here. Knipex Strix, great for short wires. This next set is, I wouldn't even say my favorite, but they're a classic. You can't beat them. This is the Klein set of wire strippers. This is the glow-in-the-dark edition, but they're just like the most base strippers that you can get. They work super well, and everybody's first pair of strippers is probably these, and they should be. Like these, they work well, they're effective, they cut well, they are decently ergonomic. I got the glow-in-the-dark pair because I wanted to be a little bit different. You've got a little locking function here for you to open them. Boom, open them. Strips 18 through 10 stranded and 16 through 8 solid, which is what you want, especially for commercial lighting, because in commercial, we strip 10 gauge a lot for lighting, and it's 10 gauge stranded. So if the wire strippers only go to 12 stranded, it's usually a problem. That being said, they have a little grip here at the top, strippers, and then they have shears right here in the middle, right before the edge. They are spring loaded, okay? So that's cool. Great set of wire strippers. They cut, they do everything you need them to do. They're not expensive at all, super affordable, and they work, they last for a long time. You guys, if you're looking for a decent set, don't want to spend a bunch of money, this is the set you're going to want to get. Next are the two wire strippers that I use the most. These are my favorite style of wire stripper, and we'll go with the Klein version first. This is their needle nose combination of needle nose and stripper. This does the same thing as the other strippers. Goes down to the 10 stranded, which is important. You got the bolt cutters. I never mentioned those on the last set. They have those as well. They're the Journeyman series handle, so they're not rated for VDE. They're not insulated, but they are comfortable. They are super heavy duty. All right, these don't have the shears as cutters. They have the pinch like you would get on a lineman or a diagonal cutter. This is an excellent pair. There's no lock on this. I don't care. I don't really like the locks anyway. They are spring loaded, which is cool. They're very thick, very industrial. I like to have a quality set of pliers for my needle nose. These work great, but if I have a choice, everything's gonna be nice because I'm gonna be using it every day. I want it to be as nice as possible. These are nice, all right? This is their combo set from Klein. These things are excellent. I would suggest checking these out, especially if you like Klein pliers. And then next up, these are the strippers that I use the most frequently right now. These are the Knipex forged wire strippers. A couple things with these. They have a locking function right here. So you just push it up to open it, and then when you close it, you push it down. The locking function is one of the coolest locking functions. They don't have these in a VDE yet. They only have the regular handles, so they're not insulated. We don't have them here in America. They have them in other countries in metric, so the VDE is coming. Now, the shears are kind of what separate this from the other ones. The shears cut so well, okay? These cutters are the best cutting wire strippers I've ever had in my life. They're the reason why I keep these all the time. You can cut MC, you can cut whatever you want with these babies. They are phenomenal. The only thing I don't like about them is this head. It's too large. I wish it was a needle nose like the Kleins. This head, however, it is nice if you'd like to twist your wires. I don't really twist my wires. I don't think you should. You can do whatever you want. And the other gripe I have about this is it only goes down to 12 stranded, which, like I said, for me is kind of an issue because we use 10 stranded a lot here for our lighting circuits and a couple of the factories that I work in. Those are my big gripes. That being said, I still use these pretty frequently because I like them. They just cut well. I use Knipex pliers in my pouch, so I like stuff to match because I'm bougie like that. So this is my favorite pair. However, they're also the most expensive, or the second most expensive behind the Strix. These are actually pretty expensive. But as far as performance goes, these things are absolutely phenomenal. The stripping. It's really hard to kind of get away from that. Stripping is stripping. Unless you get a bad pair, then most of your strippers will be great at stripping. The cutting, though, fantastic. The action on them, great. Colors, awesome. everything. These are the 6 pair of wire strippers that I like the most. I use them the most frequently. You just can't go wrong with any of them, honestly. Obviously, the special use ones have their functions, and the regular strippers have their functions. If you get anything on this list, I promise you won't be disappointed because they are all fantastic options. I stand by them. I use them every day. They're great. At the end of the day, I hope this video really helps you kind of narrow down what kind of wire strippers you personally are looking for. These 6 here are obviously not all interchangeable, but there's a lot of them that I like for a lot of different reasons. So if you're looking for something new, something exciting, hopefully we gave you something to look forward to. If you want to see the video I did on all 19 sets of wire strippers, head up to this video. But remember, you guys, it's all for his glory, and I'll see you guys on the next one.